discussions, you have heard a lot about CCMB already. It's a CSIR Institute, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. It's a funding body, but also we have research institutes across the country and across the disciplines. CCMB is one of the CSIR labs, which is based in Hyderabad. And okay, one second, see my slides. And our basic research themes, it's most of this information will be also on the website. It's the structural biology, stem cells, cellular molecular biology, ecology and evolution, microbes and biology of infections. As I mentioned earlier, we also have incubation centers and innovation scale. We also involved in a lot of skill development. So we conduct workshops for professionals across disciplines where they could come and get trained. We also have a diagnostic center. We also work in the crop technology and wildlife forensics. These are the services which we provide. And we have 3 campuses. We have a main campus where most of our research and faculty reside, but also we have 2 other campuses which are Annex 1 and 2, both do research and a translational research. One of them is an innovation hub where somebody had asked about the clinicians and the clinical research, which happens here. We have a startup which is also housed here. And another institute is LACONS, Laboratory for Conservation of Endangered Animals, where we do ecology, evolutionary, and conservation science research. So as all the 3 campuses are actively involved doing both fundamental as well as applied research. Currently, our main strength is our PhD students and postdoctoral fellows and a scientific staff. We also have a really great admin support in terms of our technical and a support staff. We have 36 project leaders, which are essentially faculties. You have many senior faculties, facility managers, as well as support staff. And as you must have heard across institutes that many of the members at CCMB have received various fellowships, and these are a few members which are listed here. We have 2 Infosys awardees, Shankar Narayan and Manjura. We have twice PNS as well as Jesse Bose, Infosys, actually 3 Infosys. Imran Siddiqui is also Infosys awardee. Rakesh Mishra, who was our ex-director and has a Jesse Bose fellowship. Yogendra Sharma, who also has INSA as well as Jesse Bose fellowship. So you could see my face here. We were all recruited around 3 to 4 years ago, and there were 8 of us who were recruited at the same time across disciplines, from ecology, evolution to cell biology to cancer biology, yeast, and different model systems, from cell lines to Drosophila to ecosystems, and some of us work on whole organismal biology. We also have, some of you have already met Somdatta, who looks after the Science Communication Center. We have a doctor who is a clinician, Karthik Bharadwaj. We have computational biologist, Tej. And we also have a business development office and officer, as well as genomics facility manager. As I mentioned, we have facility managers who look after the facilities, who have also been recruited on the permanent positions. So in the last year or so, we have recruited 10 scientists in the last 6 months. Among those, 4 are entry-level scientists, senior scientists, 2 are senior principal scientists, and 4 are facility managers. And as we have discussed this in detail, there are 5 focus areas on which we are looking for faculties, but that absolutely doesn't inhibit or prevent anyone in applying in any other discipline. We are having our search open for across discipline, but if we find people, particularly in these 5 themes, we would be specifically looking at it. We have bioinformatics facility, advanced imaging facility, and I think we discussed what all imaging facilities we have little earlier. We have transgenic facility, zebrafish facility, X-ray facility, proteomics, and cryo-im is our newest facility, which is now working and established, which is run by Saikat Chaudhary, who is also recruited as a senior scientist, whose research also involves looking at cryo-EM, but he was also involved in setting up the cryo-EM facility. And as you would have seen across institutes, people at CCMB have been publishing papers across journals ranging from Nature, PNS, PLOS Biology, Microbial Ecology, Evolution, Future of Medicine, across discipline, because our work ranges from ecosystems to organisms to cells and model organisms. So that reflects in number of publications as well. So this is just to give you a flavor where are the major ongoing projects from CCMB. So these are all external support and not necessarily from CSIR. Some of the projects which are supported by CSIR, like Agri-Nutro project, but many of the projects are also raised, the external funding has been raised by our faculties, and some of it is also part of current post-pandemic to work on a COVID and COVID related research. For example, SBI Foundation is supporting that. We have 5 Welcome DBT Intermediate Fellows who are currently doing the research at CCMB, who are all senior scientists. And these are the areas in which we have ongoing projects again with LCR. So these are, CSIR has these different funding schemes. So one is called niche creation programs, where CSIR provides, and somebody had asked about public health. So this is particularly in healthcare. We have fundamental research grants, which are a smaller 2-period or 3 years grants. We have first grants, which are again shorter 2 to 3 years grants. We have these are all from CSIR, including RC UK, which will be from CSIR, and external funding agencies. And we also have a business development unit, which actually facilitates if you are doing translational research, you want to file a patent, the help is around. And as you could see, there are many who are in-house, who have filed their patents, got their patents. Also, some of them come from our startup, which is housed at CRF campus. So if you want to look at, please look at the Business Development Center website. You have a training programs, which are skill development programs. Apart from the PhD, we run training programs for interns who are undergraduate or master students, or sometimes you have done the masters but you didn't get a chance to do research. Those are the students who come and do the training with us. So that opportunity is also there. And we also run a skill development programs, which are, it could be in forensics. So we have very specific skill set workshops around a year. And this is also largely organized by Business Development Center. And this graph, we have tried to show you how this Business Development Center has gone. It started, it's called the CSIR-CCMB in 2017, and today we have many more incubatees with us. Many of them have filed patents, they have gone on their own grants, and it's growing, as you can clearly see from this slide. And I think CCMB is extremely proud of CCMB, which is like a incubatees. We have around close to 50 incubatees, and many of them have gone out of CCMB and formed their own companies now. Interestingly, you will of course get all this information on the website, but some of our PhD students have taken their own research, then started a startup which is also housed at CSIR-CCMB. So it's really wonderful to see the PhD research, actually if it has a translational value, gets a support at CSIR-CCMB. And Madhu is the person who actually runs the CSIR-CCMB. So if any particular questions you may have, you can direct it to him. Somdatta is right here with us today, who looks after the science communication and public outreach, but she's also equally interested in education. So she also runs a lot of programs for school kids and engagement with the college students at Hyderabad and across Telangana, where we are based. We have an open day, which is actually day after tomorrow, where we get a lot of college students and school students who come and see our science. So we take it very seriously. Every lab will have a poster, exhibit, and all our students enthusiastically participate in this. We also celebrate Wildlife Week, which is going to happen literally next week. October 1st week is across the world, which we celebrate as a Wildlife Week. And given we have a very strong program in ecology, evolution, and conservation at CCMB, we celebrate this and engage with both school and college students. We also have a Young Innovators program, which goes on for 2 weeks, where students come and actually visit our labs, spend a day with a scientist. We have actually a shadow scientist program where an individual student actually comes and spends a day in our labs. And some of these programs, which are much more structured, they get to learn through discussions, actually spending the time in the lab, and through interactions. Somnath also runs a very fascinating platform where scientific research is actually translated and made for public, and some of our students write for this, and she calls it CITES. Maybe you can ask her if any one of you are interested in actually science communication. So students get an opportunity during their PhDs to actively go write about their work and communicate to the larger audience. So, given the pandemic last 2 years, CCMB is also actively involved in the COVID related activities, and these are the areas in which we have substantially contributed, from diagnostic, thinking about vaccine, and actually trying to set up some of the vaccine related research, treatment, COVID mitigation. Actually, again, Somdatta and her team prepared excellent posters which were meant for public, explaining what does COVID mean, how does one mitigate those, what are the simple steps one can do. And she created these posters, also translated in multiple languages, so they were made available for other people. And of course, there is a research component where we do a lot of surveillance activities across the mediums: serosurveillance, air surveillance, sewage surveillance, as well as genomic sequencing. We are also having a new campus which is little outside of Hyderabad, but it's a huge campus where CSIR Pasture Center is going to come up, which will also have a lot of facilities which currently we don't have, including BSL-3 facility. And the focus, it's going to be a huge campus, so everything will be on one campus where you'll have hostels, housing, even a hospital to do public health and clinical research.